The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
So time passes. Much time passes. Eventually, they will wake up. You are now tired.
I didn't know it was her. She was wearing a mask. What's going on?
The coins are bad. The coins we tried to take.
Oh, that's the last thing I remember.
That's because you immediately fell unconscious.
Oh, that would explain it. How long has it been?
A long time?
Why do I still feel so tired?
Because you are.
We must keep moving because this place is...
We can't go moving because this place is...
We must go moving because this place is... We must continue.
You're right.
Adrian, are you alright?
Which? I should be fine.
So, carry on back through the room. There was another doorway, wasn't there?
There was... Yeah. Did we end up going through either of them? Did we open the chest? No, there's two. There's a on the east wall. There's a north door and a south door.
Oh, we never opened up the doors.
No, exactly. But so there's two options of where to go.
Is the music playing when we come back in?
Is the old man about still? Or again?
Yeah.
What did he do while I was like waiting for these two to wake up?
Drank, ate,
Oh, okay.
painted. Lamented his failures.
Yeah.
You know, if the demons don't get me, I have a feeling I'm gonna go crazy listening to this old man worrying that the demons are gonna get him.
Right, which door should we go through?
North one. Well, the northeast.
Check the northeast door.
It opens. There's a wooden portcullis and a stone door to the north. To the west there is a door you came through. To the south there is a wooden door. Someone has scrawled, "The Covenant of the Wandered Scepter looted this place" on the west wall. A dagger hilt lies on the southwest corner of the room.
Recognise the dagger hilt?
Looks like the same kind of weapons you got, except the blade has been shattered off.
Okay. I was thinking Blade of the Dark One.
Obviously you may have one of Seraphine's.
The floor is uneven stone, but it has footprints in it, like sunken in. They appear to be like a wolf or dog prints, but big. Into the stone.
Do you see that?
Yes. Surely it must have been done while it was wet, right? Like when it was...
Not with the amount of fire that's been around. There's things that have been burnt.
It's a Darkhound footprint.
A what?
A Darkhound.
Have I heard
They're
of them?
basically dire wolves. But
Yeah. Have I heard of them in religious circles, or...?
Religion roll.
Well...
No.
Would I have heard of them?
I have no idea what you'd roll.
Lore.
And yeah, I know
Fable.
Sulan has like a bunch of knowledges about animals and shit. I
Lore,
assume.
okay. Lore.
12. No.
Not a thing that exists in your area.
No.
What are they?
You've heard of a direwolf, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's kind of similar, but it makes no tracks except in stone.
What?
Which, this... Okay. Are they made of shadow and flame or something?
Tall and beautiful they are. And they hunt and scour the land. The banners flap in the breeze, you know. It doesn't smell like a charnel house before it begins. Oh, the lances were straight. Now they're gone.
Can you tell how long it was since one of these was
I only remember hearing things. I don't know all that
I'm
much.
sure these are old, they're ancient, I'm sure of it.
The prince, they do a circuit and out the room again, or...
They head through the stone door,
And where do they come from, or do they...
the south entry. Wooden door.
Do we wish to go the other way?
This could be the beast we have to defeat.
Well,
It's either north or south either way.
it goes north, doesn't it? I'm guessing the prince go north.
Through the stone
Through
door.
the stone door, there's
Yeah,
also
through the stone
portcullis.
Go through the... follow it if you wish.
Does the stone door seem to have any way to open it, or...?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Open the stone door.
An acrid sulphurous stench fills this corridor. The footprints continue up north.
Ugh, what's that smell?
It smells like sulfur.
What?
Smells like rotten eggs.
That's kind of what sulfur smells like.
I'll take your word for it. Is that a good thing?
No.
So we should not go this way?
I don't know why it would necessarily smell like sulfur in here, though. Unless that's the smell a Darkhound gives off.
So they might have recently come through here.
How do you kill one?
I don't know. Stab it. Probably.
That works on most things.
On some things, not all things.
Hammer.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, most things still, but yes, not all.
You don't have Balefire, do you? No, we're fucked.
You can't ask that question.
I know I'm not.
And no, he doesn't.
We could go through the portcullis.
We could, yes. Ooh.
Unless that just obviously leads into a similar area. Or,
Does not.
yeah.
I mean, it could be that that hammer is blessed Saphira and works against creatures of darkness.
Possibly.
So you've gone through the portcullis?
Yeah.
Okay, so to the west there is an iron portcullis. A throne on a stone dais sits in the north side of the room. It is well worn.
Is there anything on the throne?
No.
Okay.
You're not going to be like, I wonder what happens if I put my bum on it.
Yeah!
I was actually about to say.
Oh, god damn it!
I wonder what happens if one of us sits on it.
Really?
Well, maybe something will happen.
What,
Do you
like,
know what this is, old man? Whose throne this is? Was this the ancient king's throne? Or an ancient king's
Never
throne?
been in this room.
on this topic.
I once sought a throne. Ruin came to my house.
When I was wearing the mask, I saw you as an older man. We've had this similar thing with you before, like, we've seen you as younger, and...
You had visions of yourself older, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was strange.
Young Adrian here probably has a destiny when he's not so young Adrian that we keep somehow seeing.
It could be it.
Well, I hope so. I would like to get out of here.
You also had those red dots too, so...
Well, yeah, I imagine if you looked at anyone, they would have them.
Yes.
Nothing. I prefer not to know what you saw when you looked at me.
I'm gonna sit on the throne if no one has any problems.
You're already sitting on the throne before you even say it.
No, I'm not, but I'm
Well,
positing.
it could be dangerous, but could also be the answer to some kind of puzzle. I do not know.
Have a look through the room if there's any...
You sit on the throne, a booming voice calls usurper, and you're flung off.
Ow!
Well, that worked.
Just touch with the throne.
Maybe you should try sit on it, Saphira.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our imperial house? Then, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. Now go.
I'll go and sit on the throne.
Lived all my years in an ancient ruinous house. You sit on the front, fattened by decadence and luxury. It's uncomfortable.
Well, it's mostly like stone and stuff, isn't it? So it doesn't seem to react negatively to me.
Maybe because you're the rightful king of Normir.
I can't. That's not possible. I can't be.
If Relica fits you on, I bent every effort towards the uncovering of this wondrous secrets.
I can't be a lost king of Normir and a servant of Tor's.
Why not?
Because I'm supposed to worship and do his bidding. I'm not supposed to have people worship me and do mine.
It is a realm of madness. Madness!
I'm going to search for secrets while I'm on the
In
throne.
the end, I alone fed laughing and wailing through these blackened halls of antiquity.
Old man, could you try sitting on the throne?
Never again. He commanded it, but I cannot. He could not kill the boy.
Who No, that's right, Tor.
Wait, you were asked to kill...
King Stephen. As a boy.
But... How old is King Stephen?
I'm like about 38.
That's very old!
Yeah, well...
Would he have been a boy when all this happened?
Don't you know? Venerable is a festering abomination.
You failed because you couldn't kill... You were told to kill...
Ravenous, clutching
It
shadow.
makes sense. Oh, it's all making sense.
What?
It's not all rumours. It's not all hearsay. King Stephen is a cursed king.
You can only make theatre.
He's been poisoning this kingdom for over 30 years.
Sickness and ancient
So,
Unintentionally.
so no. What you're saying is Tor asked your
my family to
punish.
He realised the king was cursed and he needed the king to be ended.
There could be no bravery without madness.
And
And
because
when my grandfather refused to do it because it was just a boy,
And in this gaping abyss,
So you're-
we will find our redemption.
it left the kingdom cursed, which is why it's gradually been getting worse for the past 3 decades.
does that mean that
I have to kill King Stephen.
The cost of preparedness, measured now and go later.
Justice is not always as
no? I understand that
good as one would think.
justice is justice.
Ending a curse is paramount.
The family is all important.
Boy prince.
This kingdom cannot heal as long as King Stephen is still alive.
Have you found anything on that seat?
I'll do a general perception check, but it's below my int, so I don't know if there's anything.
It's made of stone.
There we go.
No etchings.
It's
no
made of
craft,
stone.
No.
And it didn't throw me off and call me a usurper.
What would happen if your brother sat on it, I wonder?
He is the elder of us, so I suppose.
But he
Is
didn't
right.
find the sword of last hope.
No, because he's stuck being a pen pushing, figure writing upstart who thinks he's better than everybody back in Serenia.
Sounds like the average noble to me, Saphira.
Should not talk that way about your betters.
Aren't you?
Declan! Really?
But if I'm understanding your ways, you're a peasant as well.
But look.
You're royalty and you're
At
peasant
some
and you're.
point, let's just say I made some decisions that had me somewhat outcast from.
Oh, a girl in a mask.
No, that was a different incident. Wait, what? How do you? What is this? How do you know about that? That nothing. I didn't go that far.
I have very good sources, Saphira.
You also need to stop talking in your sleep.
Oh, you ruined it, Sue.
I see.
It attracts animals.
Look, someday when when my grandfather isn't standing just there, I will.
What tell a young boy about your conquests and how they giggle?
Okay, look, there was. If we're going to go down this path, there was. I was at a banquet, and there happened to be a baroness's daughter, and we got to talking, and then we went off somewhere, and the baroness caught me with her daughter, and then the baron caught me with his daughter and the baroness. And they pulled a lot of weight in Serenia, so there was somewhat of an agreement made where if I was shipped off to a monastery, and rather than embarrassing my family and bringing up what happened with the Baron's family, we would just sweep all this under the rug and...
Brought low, driven into the mud. True desperation.
So, like-
known only when escape is impossible.
So that's what happened. That's why I went from being a nobleman's son to a...
But you haven't changed.
What do you mean?
Wherefore?
So what did you learn in the monastery?
Yeah, you made a mistake. What did you learn from it?
I learned about justice and sticking up for, those who were...
But what got you sent to the monastery?
my propensity to find the opposite sex very attractive and act on that.
And you haven't learned anything about that either? Because, as far as I've seen,
I don't think that's the problem here. I mean, if anything, that's what led me to my true calling, so perhaps it was...
I think we need to leave.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, isn't it?
I'm avoiding the subject and going somewhere else now. Yeah. There's another doorway.
There's a portcullis, I believe.
I know.
To the west.
To what we'll call 17.
Yep.
To the north, there are 2 archways and a wooden door. To the east, there is a wooden door, and of course the portcullis you just came through. There are several large, shaggy corpses piled in this room.
People?
Lupin-esque.
So we've dealt with this.
This, would we recognize any of these from the group of werewolves we talked to?
Yeah, are these like werewolf halfway, or are they just purely like wolf when you say Lupin-esque?
Their closer inspection reveals that they're sort of very large, wolfish shapes. The muzzle's a little different. They smell slightly of rotten eggs.
Yeah, I was about to say the paws look very
And
similar to the.
There's a number of paw prints scattered around the floor of the room. But here lie these corpses.
So the thing that's in here dealt with these.
They killed these, so I'll look to see if there's anything else in the room.
Go ahead.
Just normal perception at the moment. No. And search for secrets. No. I can't seem to find anything else in this room.
Make a perception check. No.
No,
I
so
can't
close
see
to being
anything
good
in
and then rocked into a 6.
No.
And what the hell, look around. We all get 1. 2!
Cool. Exactly as I've described it.
No.
There we go. Well, we got 3 exits to the north and another one to the east we haven't come through.
Well, we could go north. Where do the prints come from and where do they leave to?
They came in through the
Come from the south.
northernmost eastern door.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like they've battled, obviously.
Yes, there's something.
And then the prince never leave. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, so there's like 2 archways and then a door.
Oh, cool. Actually adjust them. 2 archways.
Which way now?
What does the door look like? Is it just a standard door? Ah, okay. We could try the door.
Try the door.
It opens. There's a wooden portcullis to the north. To the east, a wooden door. There's a sort of shaft from in the ceiling that falls into this room, similar to the shafts you were dropped through.
Yep.
In fact, this is the room you would enter if you didn't find the hidden secret stairs that lead down. This was how you would get down to this level.
Ah, okay. Does it look like, actually, because they wouldn't have any of this shit on them, so we wouldn't be able to tell. I was going to ask if it looked like Lee or Seraphine had been here, but we'd have no way of telling.
Not unless they deliberately left some kind of mark behind, which we could look for, I suppose.
Yeah, Seraphine.
Seraphine might have left something.
But I mean, the only one of us
scoured something in the
one of
stone.
us who'd probably find that would be Serlin anyway.
I'll be searching for anything in the room anyway. Yep. Not great, but just nothing. I can't near. Which way do we wish to go next?
There's the wooden portcullis to the north if we want to keep heading north.
Well, let's try the door.
Okay, door on the east.
That can't be right. That makes sense. No, this is the wrong. Right, so you're going for the door? Okay, it appears to be locked.
Does the key work?
Yeah, there's a key we have now. Okay. Sulin, do you have any expertise with a lock such as this?
I've got no expertise with any locks. I mean, I could try and do what Lee does, but
I really wish Lee were here.
By all
I'm
means.
worried about him. And Seraphine.
I don't understand how it works.
Definitely worried about Seraphine.
You could try hitting it again like you do.
I'll give it a shoulder charge.
Yes!
Yeah, me too, but he... Oh, so, suppose we both did it, but you did it more.
Adrian continues to knock down doors.
To the north is a stone door. To the west was a wooden door. To the west, but lower, is another door. Part of the east wall has collapsed into the room. Someone has scrawled "Lightning comes before thunder" in an unsteady hand on the near the south wall. There's an archway to the north, and well, we know about the wooden door to the east, don't we?
Sorry.
That's the next room. There's a stone door to the north, and the obviously broken and intact western entry. You could easily surmise that the lower western entry might go back to 17.
Yeah. That's
Are
what I
there
figured.
any footprints in this
Yeah,
room?
that's what I was wondering.
Yes.
Do they come from the north? Go to the north door? Okay. But are they heading towards room 17 or away from room 17? Okay.
We could go through the archways, but I mean the doorway had.
I think that door's just going to lead back to the room with all the wolf corpses.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
archways, not the stone door.
Well, this one's only got a north stone door, and that's it. So from there.
I think we should
Where's
try
the
the stone
thing?
door. The footprints seem to be heading away from it, so...
I'll check the door.
The one in room 15, the stone one.
Yep.
Stone one. 17. Are there any of the maps we've
It
got there
appears to be
syncing up
stuck.
with this? Or?
This door seems to be stuck.
I got it. Assuming it's not super tough for some reason.
It has a 20% modifier on it because it's stone. So do you still beat it?
I would beat it, and he's got better strength than me. with
Yeah.
what he rolled, so he should.
I
Right.
would, yeah.
Then yes, it gives way with a grind. And you find yourself in room 8, the north easternmost room of this level. Yeah, you know, that's not too far off.
I was gonna. The thing with going from Ken's maps to like the maps we were like where they're already down is Ken draws what's in each room. So like there's just a convenient like.
There's like the wolf corpses.
Yeah,
that's
and he's
the
drawn
monster
like the
with the
footprints and
chest.
stuff as we come across.
I don't have time for that.
No,
No,
fair
I
enough. I mean, I know you've got like on your computer all that stuff, but like because Ken's drawn it. It's
Ear
like,
to the mind, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
Sorry, you're not. There is actually one more room to the north. Sorry.
So there's a door to the north?
Yes.
But we're still in room 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a wooden door. To the north, to the west, there is a wooden door. To the south, there was a stuck stone door. Now there's an unstuck stone door. And to the south, there's a wooden door that you can surmise leads to that long corridor that the walls were in. There's footprints come in here and loop around and go out, and you just push through. There is a ruined catapult in the northwest corner of the room. I know what that is. It's supposed to be clicking stupid order. It sort of sounds like...
Is it in darkness? Is it like...
This room is in fact fairly shadowy around the catapult.
Anybody else hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody see anything? It's very dark.
Can I see it? You know?
Well, we can see the catapult, right?
Perception checks, asshole.
Oh, cool. Right. Yes.
No.
No.
No. Oh, 5. No.
It's the same sort of shadowy thing from before we should put on the mask, isn't it? We can't tell quite.
No, it's just kind of shadowy and
Oh,
dark.
it's just really...
You're like, oh, is there something or someone there? No, I don't see anything.
Okay.
There's this weird sound. Maybe it's coming from the other side of the... There is a door over there. Maybe it's coming from there.
Over there.
What was that?
What was it?
I don't know.
Is that coming from the corner? Or is...
Sort of.
Are you alright there?
Do you need rest but repast? Do you need a repast?
What did he say?
I think he said rest or repast.
Saphira, pass your club.
You can't see the eyes of
Okay.
the demon until it comes calling.
Pass those bits of fabric to him.
There's someone there. But
Yeah. So I'll tie them around and then light it. Use a
Torch.
makeshift torch, yeah.
Right! You have a torch. It illuminates 20 feet around you.
Yep. And you see what's in there.
He's at 25.
No! I dropped the
Oh,
torch.
okay, cool. No, you're only looking.
You're only looking.
Okay.
You can't botch perception.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just don't see anything
And
extra.
actually, there is a flaw where if you botch perception, there is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So, but you generally can't.
I assumed that, like, just the sudden light. I was like, oh.
Got a 6.
It looks like you thought briefly you might have seen something, but there clearly isn't anything there.
I thought I saw
Did
something.
you succeed? Fail?
No,
I mean, you're looking. You get to make
true. No, I got the same as you. Nah, I'm a retarded potential.
Don't want to.
it. I'm a retard. No.
Has it moved where it's coming from, or is it coming from the same place?
Seems to be coming from the same place.
I don't want to try it again, but it might work.
I don't want to try it again. There's a... As usual, everything sort of fades, washes out. You see him there, and you see the diademed battle lord as he normally appears, all man and that. You see this shape sort of squatting on top of the catapult. A very clear and distinct shape sitting there. It has, from its profile, you can't see any detail though. That's the problem. You can only see the silhouette. It appears to have long hair. It appears to be powerfully built, probably like a barbarian of some kind.
I'll say that.
We don't hear what you say.
I know, but I forgot.
No, you do.
Oh, we do hear what she says?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Explain his head figure with barbarian build. Battle Lord.
Did you just call me Battle over here?
Right there.
Who are you?
Come here.
Don't. Can I see the red dots on him too?
No.
I wouldn't go near him.
Turn around.
I I would trust Sulan's word over a complete stranger who I cannot even see.
Someone roll me a d20. My dice are in there and I'm lazy.
10. Sort of right down the middle.
Okay, so you notice one of those dots appear, like, near its shoulder. Perception checks will be for persons. Except Sulan. Yeah, okay,
2.
you can make one.
Natural 20. Yeah, we did good.
You've got these 3 red dots on your chest.
What's that? I mean, Saphira hasn't seen Predator. I have.
Do I see anything extra?
And through the smoke of your torch, you see these red lines coming from the nothing that you don't see, but she does, aiming towards him. They appear to be in an L formation, like the eyes of the dark one. It comes on your hand.
What's this?
I will launch and attack this spot on it
With
my sword.
okay, you roll me a d10 for my initiative, and you roll one for you.
2.
Tie. So Sulan launches herself forwards in an attack, and I need a d20 roll from someone.
9.
The wall behind you explodes in a shower of stone rock as a lightning bolt sizzles past, and while that lightning bolt fires, you see a fucking predator. I could describe it, but it's a fucking predator. In the corner.
What is that abomination?
And it's gone again. You can still see it, of course. While it was visible, the little points showed up.
Yep, so we've gone through.
Now your attack arrives.
Yep.
Roll your damage, because I'm presuming because it's not moving.
And I'm going for a spot.
And it cannot. Yeah, so. But it's a -4 because it's called
6.
6.
Oh, sorry, damage. You said damage. Oh, you want me to roll attack first?
No, damage. I said damage.
Oh, yeah, damage.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Jesus Christ, I gave you too good a weapon. Okay, so your sword skitters on something metal, and the creature reveals itself. It appears to be wearing like barbarian armor made out of some kind of metal. It's you've seen it before. His wand of destruction appears to be made out of the same material. But this thing pops off,
Yeah.
quite neatly, and it looks pissed, and it's going to have an attack at you. So someone roll me an attack. I'm not getting my dice just for this.
Nah, fair enough.
For this boss fight.
Oh.
1!
Fair enough.
Same team.
I believe when it's 3 of you, you're required to do the shield.
Oh, that's actually easy because we were from this angle, so
There
it's...
we go. Yeah.
Neat. Knew we'd get a wrestling reference in here at some point. So it takes a swing at you, and misses and falls off the catapult because of 1.
Yeah.
But it lands on its feet because it's not a chuckle guts like Sphero.
Then I'll attack it again.
Kick.
Yes.
Do so.
It's a. Yeah. What's its
Having just fallen off a catapult, I'm negating its dex bonus to AC.
Yep.
So its AC is in fact just a 4. Then I don't hit.
Still just short.
No, because I've got to get hit
Well,
a 4. I hit 13.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, because of course you've got none of your. Yeah.
But you got Thaco
I
though.
got my Thaco, but it's still with my Thaco, I still have to hit.
Is Sulan, directly in between me and it?
No, she's on top of a catapult and it's underneath it now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you can see it.
Yeah, it's
We
revealed
can
itself.
see it, it revealed itself.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's...
I know.
If it's gone back into shadows, I wouldn't.
No, it can't.
Okay.
Well, not that you know that, but
Yeah, I would have
On
attacked
the
it too because I
dice.
know it appeared and then
Hits.
disappeared. So I was like, oh, okay.
fire and thunder fill the room as yet again when the destruction effect goes off. And a gaping hole appears in it and it bellows in pain.
I was going to take it again when it's my round, my turn.
And it like menace threatens you.
I'm going to attack it because I haven't attacked it yet. No, it's fully visible.
Yep. You can go right ahead.
I don't think so.
Well, you've actually got hammer proficiency, so...
Yeah, no, but an 8, even with...
So I'd like to point out, obviously it doesn't have the mask.
Nice.
So it's like more of a fantasy session.
Yeah.
Feature. They use
Yeah, I assumed it was, yeah.
ancient,
Didn't have like the helmet or the mark, yeah.
ancient magic artifacts.
Oh no, actually you would be much. I was trying to head up.
Right, okay, let's get a group initiative out of you lot. So, Ken, you roll for your team, and you can roll for me.
Cool.
8.
2.
Same team! Again!
You know, none of us are wearing any armour.
No.
Your AC is still probably like
My AC is pretty fucking
Alright,
good,
so
but
you're
it's
doing
still...
pretty good for me, so I want you to attack,
2.
Oh, God!
Nice. Ah!
and now the rest of you can go in weapon speed order.
I'm at...
You'll be
And
first.
yours is fairly fast.
I'm at 12.
Okay.
I'm actually not going this round. Because
Well,
I
go,
know once they finish.
what's
Wait, you're
used
at
an arrow,
12?
used one
My
on the
speed is-
side.
'cause we're at
It
8.
took out a lot
I
of
think,
damage.
yeah.
Yeah, so 8. So
I'm the same,
So
your
I think
dex
you're
is
down to
higher.
2 charges.
Yeah, 8 and 4. My weapon speed is 4. Your weapon speed 4 as well. Then we're the same. Yep.
Higher dex goes.
Yep. A 1.
Now is that what that means? One is faster to say. Cool. Roll damage. Roll damage.
What is your damage?
Because you've missed it
Yeah.
and hit Saphiro.
Oh.
6.
Ow! Sulin!
I assume she like slipped and fell off the catapult and hit Saphira
That's
all the
what
way
I'm
down.
getting to, man.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm on 1 HP.
So it's second attack, I'm assuming. Oh, no, you get to go.
I get my first attack, and then I also get a second attack this round, so...
So I'll get a second attack as well.
That's okay, because its weapon speed is 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's not pleased with that. It's unfortunately it's going to attack Sulan.
14.
No, but I think that's still gonna hit her.
They can hit your... Oh, you don't...
Yep, I still have an AC.
You don't have armor, but you do have an AC.
Yeah, I do have an AC.
I imagine even Saphira has like an AC of 8 or something due to his dex.
I've got an AC of 6.
That would hit you even if you didn't have any bonuses or
It
things.
does hit.
Yeah.
Is that even with your style bonus?
It's only
You
plus
are
1.
still wearing the mask, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that protects you from cold shots to the head. Immunity head crit. And you have now been wearing that for about 3 minutes.
I haven't realised it yet, so...
Yeah, because combat each round takes.
Yeah.
Just telling you that, just so you know. So I think it actually does hit you. So could you roll me a d2?
2. Well, actually that'd be 1.
It'd be
because
1.
it's equal to doubles. For some reason I was looking at the dice.
Plus 2 is 3. I believe it's your guys' turn.
I think Ken
my-
gets a second attack.
Mine first.
Thing is, what's gonna happen now is because I'm like in really bad shape, I'm gonna try and heal myself, but you said it doesn't work.
Yeah, so you basically
So-
waste a round.
Yeah.
Because I'll be attacking
Why didn't that work?
4.
Okay.
Adrian, healing poke. No. Ah.
Welcome to the pit. Right, so new round.
10.
Yes!
5.
was expecting
rolling mine there, Stephen.
I gotta give you props for that.
No, I'm not going to be a pro. He's rolling for me. That's the way I see
Alright,
it.
that means I attack first, unless you're attacking.
You get a free intelligence roll as an intuition bonus. Hey, why not cold shot one of these glowing bits?
I did that on the first round.
Yeah, the weapon.
And you
look
cut
what
off
happened.
the weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I'll
maybe cold shotting one of these little glowing points on him that you see with the mask
Okay,
might lead to death walks among us.
I'll call. Yeah, do one of the red dots then.
Well, obviously all of you are going to go before me because I'm on 12.
No. Roll a 6, so no matter what.
So
Wait,
6
wait.
minus 4 is 2, and you.
Gold can re-roll, right?
No,
Gold can reroll after a combat, after an attack check,
Which he just
which
did.
he just did. Yeah, so
So,
gold
yeah.
can let you reroll.
Roll.
Thanks, I have nowhere to put this.
I'll take it back.
13 minus 4, is it?
Yep, plus 4,
Pl-
because the mask gives bonuses you don't know
Okay,
about.
and plus 1.
And you can get another plus 2 on that if you're willing to fail a will check.
No, because I'm pretty sure.
I think we've got to make
then
the will
make a will check.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
fuck!
you failed? Good. Plus 2. You hit.
Yeah.
Cool. It dies. Your sword pierces that point there, flicks out a thing. A geyser of green blood spews everywhere. It screams. It takes about a minute to die. It falls to the ground. It bleeds out, and it dies. It's dead. In combat over, you win.
Zoolin, take the mask off.
You probably should. So,
Sorry, I forgot it was on.
unfortunately for you, you now have a bunch of permanent character modifications.
Great.
1. Every time you kill something, you gain a hit point. You can now no longer gain hit points from resting.
Oh,
Wait,
she
do you
doesn't.
mean healing as opposed to, or do you mean he actually gains a permanent hit point?
No, you heal a hit point.
Oh, okay.
This can take you over your maximum until you sleep. Or until you lose down. Yeah, you no longer gain hit points from resting unless you have fast healer, in which case you only gain 1. Not 2. If someone in the party has healer, then you can gain 1 per night instead of 2. But you no
She
longer
can
have
still be
natural
healed
resting.
by potions,
Potions,
me healing her,
healing
things like-
spells,
Okay.
other effects that heal. It's just you no longer heal while resting.
Resting, yeah.
And there's 1 or 2 other minor little things, but they're not worth mentioning right now. And
Otherwise, we'll cross that bridge when they happen. Or
when it happens, I'll let you know. So that is now a permanent effect of your character. It can, however, be dispelled with a remove curse.
But I don't know that.
he would. Well,
No,
maybe.
he wouldn't.
I don't even know I'm cursed though, so.
That's I mean. Once
Well,
I mean,
you
you'd have
aren't
to find
cursed,
out.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that high tier clerical spell can
Remove your affliction.
remove this particular effect. If you want to remove it,
If I know it's there, which I don't.
you'll find out at some
Yeah.
point. You just, as a player, need to know so you can keep track of that shit.
Yep.
If she dies and the dragon tattoo reses her again, does it?
It will carry on.
Okay. I know that's a very meta question, but I'm just curious.
No, it's a good question to ask. Here you go.
Thanks.
I mean, I didn't bring any to award from last time, and you've all got a bunch coming, so just squirrel that away.
So glad I spent that.
Are you planning on looting it?
Saphira, you might be able to do something with its armor.
Perhaps.
It is
Oh.
adjustable, it is metal, it is heavy. While wearing this, it does weigh 40 pounds.
I can carry that because I've got almost nothing else on me at the moment.
Okay, the armor does not hinder any dex bonuses at all.
Nice.
The armor is considered chainmail.
Oh wait, I don't have those anymore.
Because you lack the knowledge on how to use this magical artifact, you cannot use any of the magical effects.
Fair enough.
If you knew it was magical.
Which include
Invisibility.
casts improved invisibility 3 times per day.
Oh, improved invisibility. Fucking shit.
Casts improved haste 3 times per day.
How do we beat this thing?
Casts custom spell predator vision.
And then
Unlimited charges.
I need to keep this thing.
If Wand of Destruction is attached, unlimited charges. Which it is now that is destroyed, so no.
Thanks, Sula. No, it's-
It is made out of not that you know this, but just in case you actually managed to take it out of here, it is made out of a rare dwarven metal and dates back to pre-Dark Age times. It is covered in tiny little Enochian runes, which, if you had any magical aptitude, would glow when you used its mana source.
Can I?
You will be able to see that when it died from like an area in the back, a mana well opened and all of it fled out into the. So it's now completely drained, but it still acts as chainmail armor. While you are wearing this, you are immune to critical hits. Obviously, the exception is those points revealed by an assassin's mask, either a Yonin level ninja, a Reaper mask, or a tribal war mask of a chieftain or higher.
So the important thing is that Roman's spear will not be able to crit up.
Cannot crit you. Unless Roman is wearing said one of those
He's
masks.
not.
Unless, of course, you are fighting a planar being, like an Ifrit,
Oh,
a
that makes
genie,
sense. No, totally
or
get that.
an avatar.
or a god, I assume.
A paladin would also be able to crit on you.
Yeah.
Because it's a chosen form. It's like not an avatar, but it's like a chosen form.
So like
Dragons?
against epic creatures, essentially.
Yeah.
They
Dragons?
Can still...
A dragon does not need to crit you.
It just eats you.
Yeah, I think
Dragons
it's
just take. Here's my dice bag. Roll damage.
Yeah, true.
And I'm dead. Right. So you're looting this fucker, obviously. So it has several containers of strange colored liquid. One is vibrant blue. It has a supply of water and parchment folded sachets of powder. One powder is red, one powder is green, one powder is blue. You get the map. It has a crude drawn map of the environs.
So do I.
This is where we came in roommating.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
Oh, this crazy room 11. This is where we never went.
Yes, down the stairs.
Yes, yeah.
Where are we? Room 8. So we're in room 5 now? No, this was room
This
8.
is
wasn't
a
it? Yeah,
the catapult
Yeah.
up there.
Do I recognize any of the powders or anything?
Yeah, herbalism roll if you have herbalism. Anyone who has poisons can also roll.
Yes. Beat it by 10.
Nice.
Okay, you're not entirely sure what they all do, but the red powder looks like it contains numerous kinds of seeds and fennel that you often use in a healing poultice. So that would be a beneficial whatever. They look tasty.
I think this one could be used to heal.
Good. You do it.
I don't think you should.
I'm in really bad shape.
You should heal.
Yeah, you look terrible. Could you heal yourself? Or?
I tried earlier while you were fighting it. When only you could see it.
The old man comes tottering into the room.
Uh,
Yeah, this far the darkness strikes you. It sees, but you can't.
Well, it's over there dead.
Well, that's good then.
Hello, grandfather. You may outlive me yet at this rate.
Is he like? Is this just because you're not saying like all the crazy stuff you usually?
No,
says?
he's actually calmed down.
He's becoming more lucid as we progress.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of noticed that. Sort
just
of.
making sure.
He's still cryptic, but it's not as rambling.
Can you not help heal?
Would I be able to make like something out of those bandages, like the water, and mix it together? Or...
Yeah.
I'll try to make something basic and apply it.
Okay. Are you going to mix up a liquid to drink or sort of a
Paste.
a paste to apply to the exterior?
I would suggest do the paste.
I'm going to do a
first and
paste
see how
because
it
I'm not
reacts.
certain
Okay.
with the liquid.
How much of the powder are you going to use?
How much does it look like?
There's about 2 tablespoons.
There's about
there.
2 tablespoons. Well, I'd probably use a little amount at first and start mixing and see what the texture in that is like with the small
Yeah, it
amounts.
seems to dissolve very readily.
Okay. Probably 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
And then
Applied as a paste to like a poultice to the exterior. Right. Okay. Get a D8 and a D10. Roll them.
5 and 7.
Double the result. Heal that much.
Nice. So that is. It's
So you heal
14.
22.
22?
No, 24.
24, yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at math.
That's a lot better.
Okay. You can retain the poultice and heal 1/4 of that amount. For the next wound, it's applied to on anyone.
Okay.
And then after that, it becomes useless.
Cool.
Oh, wow! I feel much better.
That's good.
You also feel like an upset stomach, and you will not feel the need, the desire to eat, even though you'll be hungry. If you do eat, you'll just throw it back up until you sleep.
I feel a bit nauseous, but
It might be an effect. It seemed very potent. It might be magically infused, so as it entered your bloodstream, it may have altered something to an extent.
I feel better now than I have ever since I've been down here.
Even after drinking the
Even
holy
after
water?
drinking the holy water.
The when I put it on him, does it do his wounds just stitch back together?
You need,
Very
to,
quickly. It only takes about 10 minutes to effect.
you need to find out what this stuff is, Adrian. It's
I imagine it's very expensive. Shall we go north then? It looks like this next north room will be the last north room in this floor.
If the map's correct, yes.
so what? How do we get? That's
This is where we came
down.
from.
Yes, and there was these were the ones we ignored.
So you're going through the door? Who's the first through?
It's usually Sterling checking, but
Yeah, I'll check the
It
door
usually
first.
checks it first. But I'm usually the first to go through, and I don't feel
And
so
I'll
bad
open
about
the door.
doing that now.
Someone roll me 5d6.
I just roll the d6 5 times. 6.
Actually, I only need 1.
6.
A little blade shoots out and stabs you for apparently 6 damage.
Sulan, are you okay?
No, there's a trap.
Are you pretty close?
It also
or-
breaks.
Well, keep in mind you do have some of that healing stuff
I'm down to
left.
7.
Do you need the rest of the healing magic substance powder?
Probably need to heal a wee bit, at least.
I'll use that last bit.
Okay.
So that heals 1/4 of the amount I'd already rolled.
Yep.
So that's 6. So you heal 6.
Well, that was pointless.
It won't be as effective as it was for Saphira since this is reused, but we do still have more in case.
A ramshackle
serious.
stairway of stone ascends to a gaping hole
That way, so we can all
in the
over
roof.
here.
You can see that someone has carved hand and footholds into a shaft that leads up, and you surmise this might be a way of getting up and down between the levels that isn't the stairs. You like to level above you were on into this level. Yeah. There is the north entry, obviously, and the south entry you came through.
Well, we don't need to go that way. That'll just take us to where we've already been.
Have you got an idea, Adrian?
Yeah, it goes that way, doesn't it? Yeah. You think?
Maybe. I think it goes like that.
Different top.
Because the stairway was really windy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it lines up like this. So, if we go down... we can't go down here, though. If we go up here...
We must go down.
If we go up here, I think we'll get to a room we didn't go to.
But isn't that
Yeah,
going
guess
backwards?
what's in it? The pit leading down the hand and foothold room.
It'll be close to where the stairs are.
But don't we want to go down the other stairs?
No, we do. I was just overlaying it to see where things ended up.
Oh, from the map that we've got now, we want to go down the stairs that we passed earlier on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a good thing we
explored.
because we did find some interesting
Probably.
things.
I mean, the armor's certainly great for you.
Yeah.
So,
Just hope it hasn't caused problems for Lee and Seraphine.
you know, they're a lot quieter than us, though. I'm sure they would be able to slip by.
They can be. As long as Lee doesn't start yelling at his own head.
And if they found any tools like we did along the way, I'm sure they could have gotten through most of the doors without any difficulties. So
You're right, they're probably waiting at the exit, tapping their feet, going, where are those other losers?
exactly.
And the useless woman.
You know, he says it all the time, but I'm sure he doesn't mean it as much as he used to.
Just don't look at Lee while wearing that mask in case you're tempted to do anything, Sulan. Please?
I might see him for what he is.
Let's...
I mean, he can be a bit...
Just out over the gallery.
He can be a bit rude, but he's quite nice, too.
It can be surprisingly... Yes.
Well, should we not continue and try and leave here?
Yeah. Do we want to backtrack or continue the loop around?
It's faster to continue, isn't it?
It will be, yes.
It will be, yes,
but
and we might discover
of course,
something
there are
new.
more chances that we come across something like this.
Yes. But I'm in better shape now than I was before, thanks to that healing powder. I don't know about you, but...
So may I assume you're heading to room 3?
Yes, we are. was that a face bump?
The door squelches open, and it's a sticky, transparent goo stretches out across as you enter into this room. It seems to be a sort of yellowy, greeny, organic resin that's sort of coating everywhere. Sort of, the room seems smaller than it should look on the map, like it's been lacquered with this stuff. Sort of oval
Some
apertures.
sort of secreted resin?
But secreted from what? Very much. Sort of secreted.
Let's turn
looking
back. No,
resin.
that's out of character.
I would have, like, the thing is, I'm going to suggest turning back anyway because there are eggs all over the ground, right?
Yeah.
No.
There are no eggs?
No eggs.
No, but I would
Okay.
still suggest turning back because I don't know what the fuck this
Can
shit
we
is.
see the doors are on the other side or anything?
Oh, it's so dark in here and shadowy and glistening.
I'm gonna
And by the way, it's really hot. Yes.
Can I make a listening-based perception check?
Yes.
Natural 20.
Fuck, that was just insane.
And then, like, it just...
There is something breathing in the room. Several somethings. You can also hear the sounds of like that sticky stuff, just like a bit with ever so slight movement. Otherwise, the room is very still. The heat is obviously being generated from a distant geyser, like bubbling sort of liquid on the far side of the room that looks like a natural formation.
I don't like this.
And while there are not eggs everywhere, sort of around that formation, there are some sort of like oval pods about yay big. They look, from this distance, they look like sort of resin jars.
This place makes me uncomfortable. I can hear breathing in there, and there's some kind of weird.
How many things do you think you hear?
It doesn't matter. After that other room, I think we should no.
I think we should back off from here.
Not that I like room 3.
No, room 3's bad.
Room 3's experience type.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
But the thing is, like, even like,
Go ahead.
like, of course, out of character, we're like, no, we don't want to fight the aliens. But in character, we're like, one of those things almost killed. Even if it's I would assume it's the same thing. One of them almost killed us. Several of them, no fucking way.
And there's
they're not predators.
No, but we could probably assume they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, in character, obviously.
Yeah.
And Saphira was like, I heard a bunch.
It could have been guarding its nest over here, and that's why it, for all we know.
Yeah, could have been like the scout.
Anyway, this room looks awful.
Yeah, so we close the door and
Very quietly, carefully close this
I
door.
assume then you're going through the southern, back down through 8.
Then into 4.
Into 4.
This room has all the predators in it, doesn't
it? This room is fabulous.
It's the Terminator room.
Wood-lined in a rich mahogany. It has ruined portraits, faded, wrecked tapestries on its immaculate walls. There is, on the western wall at the very southern edge of the room, there is a bookcase. And it looks like maybe 1 or 2 of the books in it aren't completely ruined.
This would be where there is a door appearing to be on a map, right?
You don't see a door, you just see a bookcase. I guess I don't need to give you the exits, you can see them.
Yeah.
Adrian, you want to just run over and grab the books?
I was actually thinking it was a secret door. Look at the map.
Oh, a door behind the bookcase, that would make... We don't go through this one. No.
Obviously.
Okay.
So is there much in this room, or is it's just quite lavish?
It's quite lavish. There's a fireplace, there's high-backed chairs. I mean, the things in it are kind of ruined, but the room itself is in extremely good condition. There's like a suit of armor standing in one corner.
Already got armor.
oh no, Tiz, you'll make this. This one will make this.
Shiny plate, and the tabard is a lustrous black with 3 crimson.
No.
You almost hit him.
Well, when he said lustrous black, I'm like, okay, where's this going? And then the
Where
rest
else could it be going?
Yeah.
A lot of Burmanian tabards are black. Have a black field because it's strength, solidarity.
Yeah, I know. Like Burman is very gothic.
Yeah. This would be a Burman set of armor. It's a classic gothic place. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's an evil armor.
Okay. The only other thing interesting in here is the bookcase.
I'm gonna check out the bookcase.
Oh no.
Okay. He totters on over to the bookcase.
I'll be ready to attack anything that comes
Ruined
up.
book after ruined book meets your inspection. That one looks okay, but it's probably nothing, so you ignore it.
Hey.
And you go on to another ruined
No, I
book.
get the...
Okay. This book is, in fact, an old school book from very long ago. It is in more of a fact, a wooden box that contains sheets.
Yeah.
No, no.
The first sheet is covered in a writing you have seen before but cannot read.
The same with that book I found in the Athenaeum?
No.
Oh, okay.
The second sheet is also covered in that same writing. You, however, do recognize several diagrams on it as being a pattern weave.
Okay.
So this is a spell book.
Embrace your rage.
It's got little black sheets on it. Just saying.
Where'd it go?
I mean, you can in fact take possession of this if you wish. It weighs 7 pounds.
Because it's just a fucking box, right?
Look, that's how they made books.
No, I know, but like, that's fucking heavy. I will...
Right, okay, fine. Don't have a spell.
No, I'm just saying, that's quite... That's...
You're more interested in the remaining ruined books than the other intact ones, though. So you just focus on them, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I mean...
Okay, sarcasm boy. Okay, the next non-ruined book is a slim volume. It's black. It's got gold tab on the corners. It's got a shield device in front of a spread-winged stylized eagle. It has writing on it you cannot recognize. It is in immaculate condition.
It's the same symbol as the book I did.
It could be the same book.
Oh.
And you pull it off the shelf
Yep.
recklessly with abandon, and it's actually attached to a little thing which goes bang.
But that's good, because that opens the secret bookcase.
It actually does.
door. There we go.
Bookcase slides aside. There's a door. You still can't read the book.
I still want it, though.
It's not there to be read, it's there to open the door.
Possess it if you wish.
It's like a door handle, you just...
So, like, that's identical to the book I found.
It's a little slimmer,
Oh, okay.
but that could
No.
just be because the pages haven't swelled up with any moisture or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You,
a bit of...
without them side by side, you really got to. As far as you're concerned, it appears to be the
It's
same.
the revised edition.
Volume 1. The other one was volume 13.
Were there more intact books, or was that basically it?
Yes, there was one more.
But the bookcase has shut itself against the wall. You can't get to it now.
No, it just
Never!
It's still there. This book is half a book.
Oh, okay.
It is called The Summoning of Dragons, and the back half appears to have been burnt off.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna take it.
Yeah.
I said it was an intact book. That's just because there's a substantial portion here that you can read.
Yeah. It's still interesting.
I remember that book.
Problem is, the very part where it got burnt off, that part would have started with under no circumstances.
Yeah.
And then Adrian gets to that bit just beforehand, before it got burnt off. He starts reading off the...
Dragon's Landing redevelopment area.
Yes.
And the only other book is just a short volume about the Brotherhood of Assassins. And apparently they kill people for money.
Oh, is it basically the information in the starting video?
Well, I mean, it has a little more detail in it about.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay. I was gonna say it's like those Star Wars books in our bathroom, but for the Brotherhood of Assassins.
there was a guild of people who killed people. They did it for money.
Oh, okay.
They were called assassins. Assassins kill people
For money.
for money.
It's
Then
part of a guild.
Then a Darth Vader appeared. The Force is an energy field that can be used by good or
Evil,
evil.
yeah. Anyway, sorry.
And then the Ewoks won.
I mean, I'll take it anyway.
Okay. So yeah, they
So how are you carrying all these?
in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you don't have a knapsack or anything.
You can take his neck
It's
off.
actually starting to get a little awkward to carry all of this.
Box under one arm, wand in the other.
Is it?
Yep.
Holy shit! Let's stop.
Yep.
Just for reference, you are in room 4 with the secret door affected to.
That was The Champions of Jor-Karroc, an archival recording of an AD&D 2.5 edition pen and paper role-playing game night. The opening credits music was Lords of the Sky from the Battleforge OST. These musics are used in a non-profit archive tabletop session played and no ownership is expressed or implied. Video footage from the intro is credited in its video format. The preceding game night may have contained music and sound from Imogen Heap, George Michael, Evanescence, Age of Wonders 2, Aeon, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Battle Realms, Battle Forge, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Conan the Barbarian, Consortium, Daggerfall, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Darksiders, Darksiders 2, Demon's Souls, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Divinity 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, D&D Official RP Soundtrack, EverQuest 2, Fable The Lost Chapters, God of War 2, God of War 3, Guild Wars Eye of the North, Guild Wars Factions, Guild Wars Nightfall, Guild Wars Additional Music, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Hitman Blood Money, Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, Krull, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Lords of the Fallen, Lord of the Rings War in the North, Morrowind, Vampire the Masquerade, Oblivion, Pillars of Eternity, Risen, Sacred 2, The Settlers 2, The Settlers 5, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, The X-Files, Trine, Trine 2, Unreal Tournament 2004, Wolfenstein The New Order, Fallout New Vegas, Golden Axe, Age of Conan, RoboCop, Blind Guardian, Deus Ex, Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, The Hobbit Trilogy, The Star Wars Special Edition Trilogy, The Star Wars Prequel Trilogy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Serenity, the Star Trek movie soundtracks, Star Wars The Old Republic, Manos, The Hands of Fate, Babylon 5, Gran Turismo 5, Deathstalker, Phantom of the Opera, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Desadia Duodecim, miscellaneous other classical music, sound effects, or fantasy tracks taken from YouTube, too numerous to list. Music is used as a non-profit manner to enhance gameplay and is included in the archive as audible on the night. If you would like to be credited for your music and it is not listed here, please send a message to the channel and a proper credit will be applied in the description and future audio credits. The preceding archival recording contains strong language, sexual references, adult themes, and should not have been listened to if you are under the age of 18, have a history of mental disorders, lack coping skills, a chronic inability to press stop or back buttons, find said material offensive, are easily upset, disgusted, offended by puns, are pregnant, or have no sense of humor.
Roll.
I've reached the deepest dungeon. I'm now Lord of the Little People.